It's time for This Week in Democratic Politics, Debt Ceiling Edition. I'm your host, Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. We don't have a lot of time. Let's get started. A special counsel has been appointed to oversee the investigation into Joe Biden's handling of his documents. I don't know what the hell happened there, but, proof positive that Joe is a man of integrity and this is an administration of law and order. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. They got a special counsel, so did we. That just shows how good a President Joseph Biden is. Trump was fined $1 million by a judge this week for filing a frivolous lawsuit along with his lawyer, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Several other judges have shot him down in recent days, and the Proud Boys are being allowed to use Trump in their defense as he who called for their insurrection. So we're gonna have to see what happens there. Oh shit, I'm running out of time. Thursday, we hit the debt ceiling. Republicans, of course, are going to call for massive spending cuts. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security are all on the chopping block. Let's not forget Ukraine. They are going to screw over Ukraine first chance they get, and this is how they think they can do it. And we're not going to let that happen. The reality is the 14th Amendment will not allow that to happen. We can invoke the 14th Amendment. Joe Biden can just simply do that because, according to the 14th Amendment, America has to pay its debts. No matter what Congress says, it is literally written into the Constitution. So, Republicans do whatever they want. We are going to fuck them over. I promise. Ukraine is going to get its money. The reality is that Trump was allowed to raise the debt ceiling. He did it several times when Republicans were in the House, were in charge of the House, and Trump was the president. It was cool. Of course it was. That's how they roll. They're hypocritical pieces of crap. And, nobody should be surprised about that. But, that's why we win. Unfortunately, there's going to be a floor fight because Kevin McCarthy is totally the bitch of the so-called Freedom Caucus, and they'll never let him bring it to a vote. If he does, his speakership's going to be on the block. And I think we all know Kevin McCarthy is going to fold like a twig. That man is a blade of grass. Whatever way the wind blows is the way he will bend. But in other news, abortion, y'all, it's back. It never left. The fact is the fight is now going out to the states. There's going to be a state-by-state fight, which is the most insane way to do this, but that's how the Republicans want to do it. And the reality is that is only going to bring these state organizations and the movement closer to where the voters are. This is good for Democrats. It is a mistake that they have made. The fact is we're going to get out the vote on this and many other issues. Democrats are winning. Republicans are in complete disarray. And that is why we win. There's nothing more to say there. I'm sorry, I'm out of time. Let me just wrap it up with this. And that is that Democrats will always win as long as we do what is right. And the reality is that places like my district, where the Republican ran unopposed, we're going to make sure that doesn't happen next time. I'm sure we can find someone around here that can beat a MAGA nutter in a district that Biden won by 5 points. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal. Y'all take it easy. Who's sick and tired of answering questions about how much of a joke your party has become? Are you a Republican who wants to seem interested in policy but has absolutely no intention of governing? Well, look no further because we've got the answer for you. It's balanced budgets. They want to talk about insurrection? Balanced budget. Does some commentator want to talk about how Kevin McCarthy's made a joke of the speaker contest and how he's made a mockery of your very party? Runaway spending. Do some of your constituents want to talk about, actually working with the Democrats and actually fixing the immigration problem? Time to talk about the debt ceiling. Everybody wants to talk about how Republicans are always in disarray. Time to talk about tax and spend Democrats. Authoritarian Republicans are undermining the Constitution. Balanced budgets. Is this something you've never cared about before? Well, that's not a problem. It's simply time to pull out the big guns. Whoa. No. That was a figure of speech. A metaphor, if you will. But reholster your weapon. Yes, slowly. Okay, thank you. Like I said, that's not a problem. Simply say these simple words. I'm calling on the Congress right now to pass a constitutional amendment guaranteeing a balanced budget. And all your problems will be solved. It's great for changing the subject. It always works on Fox News. It's the new 9/11. That's right, balanced budgets. Your answer to literally any question. And every question. Just say balanced budgets, and you're free and clear. Does not work on people who actually read. Messing with the debt ceiling may result in America's AAA credit rating being completely destroyed. When still no one believes your bullshit, you can still fall back on these simple words. What about Hunter's laptop?